Ken, they would have qualified somewhere in the 185, 186 or 7 mile an hour bracket had they run qualified.
Okay, out of 4, down for the first time. Crowd up, standing on its feet. We're ready to go. Winston Cup Racing. Pace car speed today about 60 miles an hour. Pit road speed will be 55. Field coming down. Jarrett and Gordon lined up, and it is Dale Jarrett through the gears and jumping out in front.
Well, you can see everybody trying to get in single file right at the first of the race. There's a lot of debris on the racetrack, a lot of sand. Trouble. Turn 1.
Big crash in the center of the field, collecting 2, 3 cars as they broke away that have really been hammered. Several others involved.
Caution is out, but Jarrett and Gordon want to win the first lap. Lead the first lap here at the Texas Motor Speedway, but the caution is out, so they won't race that hard. They know that there's trouble down in turn 1, so Jarrett will lead.
Well, you saw Morgan Shepherd's number 1 wrecked. You saw the car of Darrell Waltrip, the number 17. It was 14th in points. There's the number 37 hobbling around the track in trouble is Jeremy Mayfield. Waltrip pulling away. There's Oh, what an unfortunate moment.
And Dale Earnhardt.
There's Earnhardt's car in this mess.
Wow, what a tough break for every one of those drivers. Their hopes were so high coming into this race, and here's Todd Bodine already in the pits getting a tire change. There's the car number 37, Jeremy Mayfield. Waltrip trying to get his car back to the pits, and Earnhardt's apparently won't fire.
Going down a lap. Came in here 15th in the points.
And Kyle Petty. Dick Berggren mentioned that he was the fastest one in practice here yesterday. Now he's big problems with his Pontiac.
Take a look again as Bobby Hamilton also pits. Here's where it happened, going into turn 1, first lap.
Well, right up in this area is where it started. Some contact made with Darrell Waltrip. It looked like the car number 30 of Johnny Benson got into him, buddy.
Exactly what happened, and once it started, it was a chain reaction, and these guys here, they're along for the ride. No way to miss it.
Watch it again.
Okay, let's watch in this area right here. There you see the contact between the yellow car, the number 30 of Johnny Benson, and Darrell Waltrip in the chrome car, number 17. And there's Earnhardt spinning. He's down on the inside, spinning down next to the wall. And other cars back here getting involved as well. As Buddy said, it's a chain reaction type of a deal. Once it starts happening in the middle of the pack, everybody's so close together.
Ride with Todd Bodine into this melee. Looked like Earnhardt, or rather Waltrip, was trying to get down, couldn't get in, and that's the result. Whoa. He got through it, and just by the hair of his chin. You see the 9 car pulling onto pit road now, Lake Speed's car.
Mike Skinner was involved. He has a lot of problems on the back of his car.
Mike?
No feathers on that 28. I'll tell you, Ernie Irvin drives every lap like it's the last one.
Look at Rudd outside.
Ricky Rudd making a move, going down into turn number 1. They say you can't go there. He just did it.
Well, as they came off at turn 4, he and Jeff Bodine got together just a little bit. It killed Bodine's momentum. He had to back off momentarily. It gave Rudd a run. He just motored on by on the outside.
So Ricky Rudd in number 10 on the move is up to 7th spot. And here comes Ernie Irvin after Bodine. Talk about quick. 1.5 miles. This is something.
Ernie Irvin's giving a look on the inside as they start down into turn 1. He's working him on both sides right now, trying to get him to look in the mirror, maybe get offline.
Big wreck up in turn number 1. We've got 3 cars in the wall. The 77, Bobby Hillin sliding down the track. Looks like Derek Cope may be involved in it as well. And perhaps that's Greg Sachs. There is the number 77, one of the Texans in the race, Bobby Hillin. Won that race at Talladega years ago. Having trouble here today, getting collected again. It's turn number 1, which is turning into the Wreckham Alley of this racetrack. Back of the car is about in the back seat of that number 77. Tail end, look again, watch the bottom of the screen. Oh, they got it going into turn 1. There's that 36 sliding away. Derek Cope. Oh, that's bad news for Derek Cope. That team's been coming along. Here you see that 77 banking up to that 8-degree banking where they would run the Indy-type cars. And there's Greg Sachs, number 20.
Tremendous amount of damage to Greg Sachs's car. This is Derek Cope coming in there. You can see the tires are rubbing quite hard on that car, so they'll have to do a lot of body work to get these cars back into the race.
Meanwhile, Elliott, Skinner, Hamilton all elect to pit another time as we see Greg Sachs pull on pit road. 2 major crashes in the early going, and here comes that leader trying to put a lap on Todd Bodine. He's going to the inside and sneaking through. They're going to get Spencer here and put him a lap down.
Ooh,
almost. Oh,
there
turns
you
him
go.
around. The leader getting caught by Jimmy Spencer. He goes up into the wall. Caution is out. That's number 3 today.
What a break for Rusty Wallace, Todd Bodine, Johnny Benson, Dick Trickle. All of those drivers were about to go a lap down. Good break for them, bad break for that guy right there, Jimmy Spencer.
That's what I was just going to say. Jimmy Spencer did not see Jeff Gordon coming up under him there, trying to stay in the lead lap, pulled over and got tagged.
Maybe for Gordon, too.
Well, we wonder how much, if any, damage they might have done to Jeff Gordon's car. They didn't make heavy contact. I think that the problem that we see with Jimmy Spencer's car right there was maybe when he backed into the wall down on the inside.
145.5 miles down. The 97th lap, we're under caution again today. 2 extensive cautions, one right on the first lap in the first turn that ate up a lot of cars. Let's take a look at what happened out here.
Well, as you can see, Todd Bodine in the 25 goes by Spencer going down into turn 1. Here comes Jeff Gordon down on the inside, and as Buddy said, Spencer probably didn't see him, came down onto Jeff Gordon. They touch, and up into the wall goes Spencer.
I can add to that. You could see the 24 of Jeff Gordon go completely under the white line going in the corner, trying to stay off of him. You see his left side is down below there. Spencer come down just enough to get tagged.
And boy, Jeff Gordon did a good job. He was about to run right back into the side of Spencer's car, but he had the brakes on, trying to slow it down as much as possible. Now,
Jeff Gordon. Jimmy Spencer yet to score a top 20 finish this year, and it will not happen at the new Texas Motor Speedway before this sold-out capacity crowd. Dick Bergman.
You start running and get somebody with better stick in the corner, you're really at. Oh, Rusty Wallace almost got into Todd Bodine in the 25 there. He got the back end loose and run right up into the side of Todd Bodine.
And take a look at that number 90. Junie Donlevy's car out of Virginia. Dick Trickle, the driver out of Wisconsin. And 55-year-old Dick Trickle puts the pedal to the metal and goes by Bodine. He is still in the lead lap, and Trickle is in 13th position.
and Sterling Marlin definitely off the pace coming out here. The yellow
Touch the
number
wall.
4.
Right
Get
side
into
of
the
that
wall.
car has a lot of damage. He got into the wall coming off 4.
So Sterling Marlin, who was running in the 12th position, actually he was running a little bit further up than that. He was 12th when he came by the start-finish line, but he'd already slowed down, been passed by some cars by then.
Gets it back to speed, but he's flat spotted the side of his car is what he's done.
Yeah, and he has to drive gingerly for a lap or two to see how much damage that there might be done on the right side of that Chevrolet. He wants to be sure that there are no tires rubbing against sheet metal.
Ned, that car looks pretty good. He hit right there on the right rear wheel, but what he did was slowed down long enough to evaluate whether it was really rubbing the tires bad, and as you see, no smoke, so I think he's back under the full song now.
Just joining us, Ricky Craven. We mentioned him a moment ago. Let's take a look at this incident on car number 4. Yellow car.
And here's trouble off of turn 4.
Oh, bad
Rusty
crash.
Wallace.
Rusty Wallace.
Mike Skinner's involved. Sterling Marlin's involved. Brett Bodine is involved. And we had a report that maybe Ted Musgrave might have had an engine problem on his car number 16, and you wonder if there might have been some oil.
Wallace was in 13th position. There you see the remains of the number 2.
And they're still wrecking out there as Greg Sachs comes down through it. Ernie Irvin.
Oh, and
Jeff
Gordon has just crashed. He's gone into the infield.
There's got to be oil up there on the track or something.
Gordon comes to a stop, and the left front of number 24 all torn up. There's Skinner's car, the number 31. That's gone away. The number 20 of Sachs. Big impact into the wall. Musgrave may have lost part of an engine and left some oil down and some pieces, and there you have it. Out of turn 4. This happening at lap 162.
Well, but Ted Musgrave's car is still out there running around. I don't think he has an engine problem.
Ned, I can add to that. Rusty Wallace's car is losing a lot of fluid as he goes towards the garage area right now. When he got up into the wall there, he may have dropped some fluid on the racetrack.
Okay.
28, Ernie Irvan trying to get his lap back. Instead, he's out of the race. His car was also hit. Ernie Irvan trying to make up a lap. It comes to naught. The front end gone on the Yates car. Let's watch what happens here.
Okay, this is the tail end of the original wreck when Rusty Wallace said he lost it coming off of turn 4. Backs hard into the wall, and you can see other cars spinning down on the inside. Sterling Marlin in the yellow number 4 right there. Brett Bodine right there in the number 11 car. And I think there's oil. And here comes Jeff Gordon right there. You see coming out through there as he comes by. Well, let's see, is that Jeff Gordon?
Yeah,
No, that's here's the Jeff Gordon and Ernie Irvan situation. Here's Irvan trying to get his lap back. Ooh, runs right in the back of Greg Sachs as Ernie was trying to catch the car number 5 with Terry Labonte, who was leading the race. Then Gordon, of course, comes up and hits Ernie Irvan.
First part of the incident from Rusty Wallace.
Wow.
The end of a Penske car. Rusty Wallace, that one written off. Jeff Gordon now later.
You see him waving his arm there to let everybody behind him know. Oh!
And there was nowhere for him to go as he came off of there. And I'm sure there was some oil there, buddy, off of Rusty Wallace's car where he came. There definitely was fluid leaking from his car right at that spot on the racetrack as they came around. Of course, Ernie was trying to get his lap back, trying to get up to Terry Labonte as they were coming around to get the caution.
It was like the sky fell onto Jeff Gordon there. There you see those involved in the crash, and that does not include Skinner, who had the front. There he is there in the second group, and Irvan and Trickle, and Sterling Marlin caught up as well. Greg Sachs' car took terrible damage in the back as it was rear-ended by the Ernie Irvan car trying to make up a lap. He has completed every mile this year. Here we are getting set to come down to take green, get this thing back underway, and man, what a start that was.
Bill Elliott's got in the side of Terry Labonte getting down into turn 1. Bill's trying to get back in the lead lap, and it was just minor contact, but boy, it could have been ugly.
Just 10 cars on the lead lap. Bill Elliott running 11th. He wants back in the lead lap. He's going to do it going into turn 3, or at least he's trying. Yes, he has that movement. Here comes Dale Earnhardt.
And he's going to make up the lap as well. And this crowd understands that and responds. On the restart, Labonte first, Rudd second, Ward Burton third. It's Johnny Benson coming by in 4th, and Jeff Burton in 5th with Bobby Labonte 6th, Todd Bodine, and
a car in the wall.
One in the wall.
And boy, that's going to put Dale Earnhardt in.
Spinning twice, picks it back up. What a break for Elliott and for Earnhardt. That's going to put him back.
Not for Elliott. He
fell back.
He fell back. Terry Labonte got by him. He's trying to get by Earnhardt as they come back to the flag. They race back here, but Earnhardt had his lap back.
Yes! Earnhardt has made it.
That was Earnhardt's spotter there.
Cheering him up. Stay there. Johnny Benson up in the wall and then looping a couple of times in the second turn. Here's what happened.
The yellow car
right there. And
Ed, he just got loose. The back end starts around. You see him trying to get it back. He has to feather it out of the throttle. The right rear gets into the wall. And there he goes, rubbing down the side of the wall. Now he's in trouble. He tried to jerk it off the wall, start spinning around.
Chad Little getting beneath him and by him. He's got some running. Hut Strickland coming up on him there.
You see the back end. Now watch him when he gets up here. When he slaps the wall there, it's hard to make yourself stay up there. He jerked it back, trying to get control of the car. Around he goes. You see the roof flaps they employed. Now they're back down.
Tough kid out of the New England area.
Yeah, that makes me a little homesick when I look out that windshield like that. So many years I looked out there and I don't know. This looks a lot like Charlotte, but everybody says, no, not quite.
Well, no, so many years that Buddy Baker looked out that windshield and all the success that he had. We'll get him in the International Motorsports Hall of Fame a little bit later on this month. Congratulations.
Hey, while we're talking about that, do you know who we have sitting to our right? Whoa, we've got
trouble coming off turn 2.
That is Grissom in the wall. Steve Grissom's number 41 is going to bring out the 8th caution in this 500-mile race. Looks like the left front tire is down on number 41. Grissom running in 13th place.
Well, let's see if we can figure what happened to Steve as he went into turn 2. There he is. He's the white car going into the turn.
Ned, right by himself, you see him veer off there. That usually means that there's something that keeps that car from turning. Now he's up on the high side where you see all the dust flying. There's a lot of debris up there. Once you get up there, the back end just come right around on Steve.
Looked like maybe the right front tire was going down or something, as Rick Mast looks like is headed
he dropped some oil
to the garage area and maybe dropped some oil. So that probably was Steve Grissom's problem.
They say that that Mast car blew up Butch Mock's car, and there you have it. We'll continue after a message and a word from your local station. Dr. Ned Jarrett, I'm so pleased for you.
Well, thank you.
Deserving, and after all the work you have done for this sport over so many years and in humanity, that's a nice touch.
Well, I'm very honored, Ken, that the Board of Trustees of Lenore-Ryan College of Hickory, North Carolina bestowed this honor upon me, and it'll be given out during the backyard sermon and other things.
I want to be sure. You're going to be there? Because, again, they're going to give you 3 years to show up.
No, I'll do it. I'll be there.
Congratulations.
There's some surgeons fixing to go back to work right now, I'll guarantee you, and they better be online.
All right, Ricky Rudd leads that group with Terry Labonte in second, Jeff Burton in third, Dale Earnhardt fourth, Dale Jarrett fifth, Ward Burton sixth, Bobby Labonte in seventh, Todd Bodine followed by Sterling Marlin, Johnny Benson the top 10, Chad Little a lap down in 11th.
Dale Jarrett off to a very slow start. I don't know if it's that clutch or what his problem was, but he got a very
Johnny Benson loses it coming off turn 2.
Down to the inside. He didn't get.
Joe Nemechek.
Nemechek wraps him. Unbelievable. Joe Nemechek getting collected as they race back to the line. Rudd's going to stay there in first. Johnny Benson looping for the second time today, and this time takes a hard hit right in the nose.
Okay, you see Johnny Benson now. He gets up there. He loses the back coming off the corner. Now, you can see the speedy drive flying up in the air there. That's what I was basing my opinion on. But he actually lost the back end of the car coming out of the corner way before he got up where the oil dry was.
And you see the 42 hit the brakes, trying to avoid him. He took the outside, and then they...
wow, they banged together pretty hard there after both of them had already wrecked.
Yeah, you take 50 miles an hour one way and 50 the other. That's a rugged hit. Benson loose.
Back end, just comes right by our camera there.
That's Chad Little there in the green car. Sometimes you get lucky and go inside like that.
Whoa. That was Dale Jarrett that was riding with there, and he got lucky and made a good move as well.
Mr. Lucky Dale Jarrett on that one.
For all concerned, I do like my job up here.
You're okay. You'll be all right. We'll be back with more from the Texas Motor Speedway with Buddy Baker and Ned Jarrett in a moment. Mike Joy.
Well, I asked Buddy Parrott, the crew chief from Jeff Burton. They said there might be a little smoke, and he just kind of laughed and got back on the radio with Jeff. They're not concerned about that. Tell you who is concerned right now is Terry Labonte. His car's not handling well. He says, if we get a caution, I need 4 tires.
Look at Jeff Burton move in on Todd Bodine. He caught him 5 car lengths in one corner there. This car is on a mission. It might be smoking, but I'll tell you something else it's doing. It's flying.
Chevy Ford battle up in front. Todd Bodine a little high. Jeff Burton comes in on him.
Oh, contact there.
And there goes Bodine into the wall, spinning. Fighting for the lead. He's down at the bottom. He gathers it up. Is caution coming out? Yes, it is. And there's another car crossed up in the back straightaway. But for Todd Bodine, this one's over. As a couple of young horses got on it here in Texas.
I understand Lake Speed was also involved in the car number 9. And you can see the damage to Todd Bodine's car.
Lake Speed was having a great run. He was in 13th at the time.
There
Actually,
he
in
is.
12th.
See, his left front tire is flat. Okay, the 2 lead cars, Todd Bodine in the red 25 in front. Here's Jeff Burton down on the inside. They come off turn 2, moving in close. A little bit of contact right there, and it broke the car number 25 loose, and around he goes.
I'd love to see a replay again of that. I think what happened, it looked like Todd Bodine may have lost the back just a little bit. Just watch the back right there. You see the car right there wiggle just a little bit. That broke a little bit of his momentum. Awfully hard to call when they're that close, though.
See Lake Speed getting on the binders and spinning.
Boy, it comes by that camera in a hurry, doesn't it?
Ned, I've been sitting there looking at that coming at me before. Oh.
Watching the world spinning by. Todd Bodine, here's Dale Jarrett's view. That's the 3rd time today that Dale Jarrett has escaped what looked to be disaster.
Unfortunately.
Did look like that 25 kicked out, didn't it?
Kicked out a little bit. I think he broke his momentum, and Jeff Burton had such a run off the corner, he just got in.